Oh, hi everybody. Obviously, I got really lucky with the service last night with the internet, but tonight, no, not again. One day in a row is apparently it. Is that it? Is that one day in a row? Is that what it is? Well, it doesn't matter. Welcome to Night Court. We're here. Um, how's everybody doing? Hopefully well. I see some of you are here. Some of you are here. Let's see. Mama Terry's on replay crew. I'm so glad that you're here though. We'll be here. I'm speaking to you in the future. Hello, Indy Cindy. Hello, Angie. Hello, Amy. Queen Olive Ruth Ann. Hello. I almost said hello to myself. That's not going to work. Hello, Kimbers. And Captain. Captain. Perfect timing. That's my motto. Perfect timing. Hi, Ms. Linda. Hello, Jaded. Hello, Buffy. Hello, Wendy. Hi, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Hello, Nan. Good to see you all. Good to be seen. Although blurry, probably. It was a combination of things. I wasn't really having too many technical difficulties, although looking at me now, you probably wouldn't know it. But I was fiddling around with this Stream Deck just because I needed some updates. I needed to update some pages and things like that. And I was trying to mess with the play pause button so I could play pause from there, which I can do. Yay! And then an auto determination for volume and things. See if that works. I don't know. And then I was messing with the voice mod, but I don't think that's actually going to work. But you're going to have to tell me. Is this changing my voice any for you guys? Because I don't know. I can't hear the difference. Oh, are you gonna stop? No, I didn't think so. Okay, good. Well, that's nice. One day. Yes, I am Knuff. Y'all, I'm Knuff. If you've seen the Barbie movie, you know I am Knuff. Mrs. Bruce Crime got me this shirt just before I met a couple of our mods in person. I don't think I told that story, by the way. Hi, lady. Unplug. Do it. Good thing to do. But I met a couple of folks, a couple of friends. And in North Carolina, I drove down hoping that I wouldn't be murdered, because out of the three of us, I would be the one to be murdered for sure. Llama's here. But that was a good time. That was fun. It's always interesting. It's fun to meet the people that you've known online for almost a year in person. That's wild. In fact, I did just purchase my plane ticket to go to the True Crime Paranormal Podcast Festival, and so I will finally be able to meet my co-hosts, Mike and Terry. I think both of them. It's probably been 4 or 5 years now. So I just have to make it a little further south. It's just there's so many more latitudes to cross. So that's it. That makes it very difficult. Little difficult. Right? So I'm gonna do my best to do. I don't like to make promises I can't keep, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gotta figure out how or where, how to get around. I'm psyched to be in Denver. We got a lot planned. I'm gonna take what I can in terms of equipment in my my checked. I'm gonna check a bag. I don't want to check a bag, but I'm gonna check a bag. Actually, I don't know, guys. I don't know what I can bring that if I put it, I'm gonna worry about it the whole time if I put it in a checked bag, because the checked bag has to stay unlocked. And at the same time, I don't think I can get this stuff through TSA. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. If you're friends with TSA, just let me know. If you have, if you've got better luck, I'll have to see what TSA lets through, because if they will let a microphone and my audio interface and whatever else, I will do it. Other than that, I'll try and go with a really low tech setup. Either way, we want to stream. We'd like to stream from Denver, so it should be fun. Oh, it would help if I did this. Just for it to be known, I played this when you came in. It's bacon! I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Oh, really? Okay, good. Well, good. Either way, oh yeah, Llama hasn't heard that sound effect yet. Shunka has her own sound effect now. So does Bacon Bit. Yeah, if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the best that I can to get as much into a bag as possible. I love traveling. I love plane flights. I really do. But I freak out about it until I'm sitting there at the gate. And I always am there like an hour or two ahead of time. So that's just me. That's my insanity. That's my insanity, everybody. But better to be there than be late, I think. What's everybody up to? How's your day been going? Maybe if I make myself a little smaller, it'll be a little less blurry for you all. Just for a moment. Just for the moment. No. There. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. I'm telling you, YouTube needs to get their shiz together. I don't mind saying it at all. YouTube's got to get their stuff together. It needs to be consistent across platforms. PlayStation learned this. It just needs, yeah. Oh, what season are we watching? Groceries delivered and sleeping and dishes and back in bed. Perfect. Setting appointments for what's his face? What? Oh no. For what's his face? Pretty good. Shanka hanging out with us in the courtyard. Ah, yes. Yes. Setting up appointments for him. I'd be a hypocrite if I said that Mrs. Brewcrime didn't do the same thing every now and again for me. Really hard to get us on track. Hard to get my brain on track. Slum away. I've had sun poisoning. That's not fun at all. Puppy training. The puppy is adorable. Absolutely adorbs. What? Oh man. Oh boy. Oh, you just did it. You just opened a can of David Tennant, who I love so very much. He is a fascinating fella and super talented. So okay. Ooh, that's fascinating. Colombia, really? Is that going on right now? Hold on. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see here.
Very well, maybe also be trying to clear out the encampment that's happening with those tents that we've been seeing on the lawns, as well as a possible second one. But that I'm not sure of. At this point, I can only see for certain that, officer after officer after officer, a couple handful of officers at this point, with the emergency services unit of the NYPD, are now going through the window of Hamilton Hall. Now, the past minute or so, the lights have turned on in that floor where it's been since we've gone in. So
y'all, I don't know if you've ever seen 300, but you don't ever want to go through single file like that.
We're going to pause for at the moment and be right back.
I knew that for sure. Yeah, and VCU as well. They made arrests last night. Yeah. So what? You're just gonna stop broadcasting now? You just lose your. All right. Well, let's just watch for a moment. Watch for a moment, and then we'll hop back into the trial. This is not well thought out, y'all. This is not well thought. What is happening? Who decided this? Bring the ladder down just a little bit. I mean, yes, this feels like this is like a Marx Brothers skit. Yes, please hit like and share. Share. I do love me some EDB. She's like me, if I had the guts to say half the stuff, or at least the intelligence to say it. I am so confused by this right now, everybody. They're going into the building, but they're going one at a time, really slowly and awkwardly. Obviously, the students aren't going to... I don't think the students are going to put up a fight. But this is wild. I don't think I've ever seen this kind of entrance. Why? Because students took over was it an academic hall at Columbia, protesting the Palestine situation. I just don't this is not... There you go. Somebody help them out. Let them go in head first and help them out. Support them. Oh, here we go. Oh, see? Nope. That's... Y'all. How many? I don't know how many are in there, though. Apparently.
This is breaking news.
And good evening, everyone. This is Maurice Dubois in the CBS 2 Newsroom. We are looking at live pictures now. NYPD officers entering Hamilton Hall at the campus of Columbia University. It has been an intense situation all night as officers have approached this building, which has been taken over by protesters, pro-Palestinian protesters, as well as what the NYPD and the mayor are calling outside agitators. They say they have been patient, but they have decided now is a time to go in and retake the building. They have permission, obviously, from the campus, from the administration of Columbia there. But we have seen officers entering from the top of that.
They were very patient. They were much more patient than VCU was last night.
Have been using to get officers in the building. Exactly how that's going, we do not know. We have seen officers entering the campus through another side. We know there are arrests. An unfolding intense situation at Columbia University. Full report continues here on CBS News New York on the stream and CBS 2 News at 11. We'll see you then. That's insane.
That is wild. I guess one of my mods, if you guys just keep an eye out on what... Oh, look, here's another view. While I'm looking up what to do here. Nope, that's not it.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Bells, come out of it and then come back into it and see if it's gone for you. Again, I'm going to say this again. This is not a political statement by me or the channel. This is an event, is what this is. How many of these police thought they'd be doing this since the beginning of the week? Agreed. And I'll tell you this much. I am not going to take a position on this for a couple of well, I'm not going to publicly take a position on this. I don't feel comfortable taking a position on this. I do not know enough about history in that area. I would literally have to read much more than the wiki to make a decision on that. So everybody watch the police. Are they tapping their foot? It's very catchy. Right. That's kind of how I feel. And it's not because I'm ignorant towards it. I'm very much aware of the situation. I just don't know. There's so much history in that area of the world. I would do a disservice. Well, we can't say they're all elites. There are a lot of kids that go right on into debt going to schools like this. Let's see. Oh, look, police searching for a driver. Y'all, we're just kind of hopping. We're going to get back into the trial, but this is kind of fun, huh? Searching for a driver after a police chase ends in a crash in downtown LA. Is that what DTLA means? Are they in there? Where's this? There's no audio. Huh. Fascinating. Interesting. All right. Is there anything else going on?
It's cold.
Hey, it's cold out here.
It's supposed to rain? Yeah, because it's getting very chilly. Two, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just a heads
On all
up.
sides.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to go in and I want you to come in here. I'm going to show you the way, and I want you to go to the cops and throw that stuff through.
I mean, okay. I don't know if that means they're elites or they're just intelligent enough to ask for food. It's not a hunger strike. It's just a protest in which they've taken over a building. I'd rather them ask than do something worse. So whatever that is, I don't know what that is, but whatever it might be. That makes sense. Yep. Absolutely. Well, they're wrong. They are not a humanitarian crisis. They are a protest. So yes, they have that wrong for sure. You that doesn't work out that way. Yeah. That might also be true. Again, this is another one of those things where I just don't know enough. All I know is that there was a circus of SWAT going through one at a time, having a very difficult time with their ladder. They just needed to lower it like 8 inches. Oh, geez Louise. All right. See, you got your wrench. There it is. I remembered. Yep. Okay. All right. So let's hop back into the trial. That's what we're all here for, right? That and
It's bacon!
and to the rest of it, all I have to say
Not today,
is
Satan. Not today.
just not today. Not today.
So don't discuss your testimony with anyone else. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We kept it civil. That's more than I can say for other channels. We kept it civil. And we brought the hugs.
Brett Halderson to the stand.
Brett Halderson?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Sugar. All right. I'll check it
Good afternoon.
in just a moment.
If you believe you can safely and responsibly testify without wearing a mask, it would be our preference if you could. Thank you so much, sir. Go right ahead.
Good afternoon. Could you please state your name for the record and spell both your first and last name?
My name is Brett Halderson, B-R-E-T-T, last name Halderson, H-A-L-D-E-R-S-O-N.
I'm going to ask you to grab the base of the microphone.
Move
You can
closer.
sit comfortably. That you can pull up closer. The fans are on right now, so it's becoming a little bit harder to hear,
Sure.
folks. Thank you.
All right. Brett, your last name is Halderson. Were you related to Bart and Krista Halderson?
Yes, Bart is my brother.
Were you the older brother, the younger brother?
I'm an older brother by about 4 years.
So you knew Bart his entire life.
Yes,
And you knew Krista, Chandler, and Mitchell as well?
yes.
What was your relationship like with Bart, Krista, and the kids?
General good relationship with them. We would have family get-togethers at holidays. We would talk over the phone occasionally, maybe send an occasional text message back and forth.
And how would you describe Bart and Krista as parents towards Mitchell and Chandler?
They were good parents, very nurturing. Krista was very involved with her children. I know it was mentioned like helicopter mom, but she was very attuned to everything that they were into. They were supportive in that anything they were involved in was school, with swimming. They were lifeguards. They promoted those things. They got them through Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts was very big in our family, and that followed through with them and raising their boys.
Okay. How did you learn about your brother and his wife being missing?
I believe the information went to my aunt and uncle, was referred over to my parents, and my parents gave me a call.
And Brett, just to put this in some context, what did you do as a career?
I worked as a police officer, a deputy chief for the Menasha Police Department.
What did you do upon hearing that Bart and Krista were missing?
Initially, my first impression is statistically, they probably were out of phone range. Everything would be fine, and we would probably locate them or have communication with them within the next couple hours. So at that time, I believe I made a phone call to them just to see if I could get a hold of them, try to get things straightened out as soon as I could.
What is the next thing you decided to do after that in regards to them being missing?
After that, I believe just to get more information, I made phone contact with Chandler just to see where they were expected to be, what was going on with their life, where they were going. And I guess to find out the different avenues where we'd be able to
our mods
make
don't really have
contact
to
with
like
them.
mod.
And what did you learn from Chandler?
They enjoy, and then
He
pop
had mentioned
in
that they were
necessary
going up north.
things and help
I
me
think
out.
the big piece of information that was valuable was that they had left with an unknown person or couple.
Here's the best part about this community is that moderator for me, the mods are like the behind the scenes family that helps the extended family in the front work together to create a community. And we have that community, and it's building and it's building and it's growing and it's growing. And I just want anybody new to know that they're welcome, which you all do anyways. But it certainly helps to have folks who can like take a timestamp down or do commands or all of that stuff. And these are the reason it seems like there's a lot of wrenches is because these are folks that I know are tried and true and came from the past. So
I think the mail was believed to be a Dan and left in that person's vehicle. And with that information, I prompted him to try to find out who this Dan might be. I did even mention about finding if the neighbors across the street had a ring camera that may have got in that vehicle and a license plate that would be able to help us identify the person.
Did Chandler seem to take your advice and was he able to answer your questions?
Yes. Yes. Matter of fact, he had gone across the street, and then shortly after speaking with Mr. Kevin Linsmeyer, I received a phone call from Kevin Linsmeyer saying that he was over there, and just wanted to make sure that I was aware of everything that was going on.
Okay. What did you do next as Bart and Krista continued to be missing?
I know I had the opportunity to speak with sheriff's deputies and then later the investigators, and I guess afforded them any information I could, as well as gathering pictures for, lost people, a poster, getting anything that we could to help find them.
Are you, during this time period, are you in pretty frequent contact with Chandler?
I believe multiple times a day, yes.
Okay. Are you learning any more pieces to the story throughout your contact with Chandler?
As we spoke, and I guess was prodding for more and more information, he did reveal that there was health problems. I was aware of my brother having psoriasis and some arthritis related to that, but he did bring up the information that Krista had some type of cancer that he was recently made aware of, as well as, I believe, the small stroke. And with that, it opened up the possibility that they may have gone somewhere to receive treatment for that and maybe just hadn't been giving that information to the family because they wanted to keep that personal.
Okay. During the course of all these different discussions you're having with Chandler, at any point does he float the idea to you that perhaps they're out drinking somewhere?
I don't believe that ever came up, no.
Does he ever explain to you that they took a bunch of tools and a large amount of cash to the cabin?
I believe he mentioned the tools and the cash as far as going up to the cabin to do some repairs, yes.
Did he mention the possibility of a casino trip to you?
He did not mention anything about a casino, and I'm not familiar with my brother or Krista ever visiting casinos for entertainment.
With your brother being a CPA, did it seem likely to you whether or not he'd have a large amount of cash on hand in a safe in his home?
Knowing my brother, I've never known him to have a large amount of cash on his person or in his home. He would have kept that, I would believe, more secure.
And he believed in investments. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
I want to turn your attention now to some of the other things that you knew or may not have known about Chandler. What did you think Chandler was doing as far as schooling?
I believe he was a student at the Madison Area Technical College, or the Madison College. I believe it's changed how it's referred to.
And did you ever talk to him about like what sort of classes he was taking or anything like that?
I know Bart had mentioned in the past that he was involved in solar energy. At a holiday when we had gotten together, Chandler had mentioned that he was doing something with IT security, and he was in a class where their first assignment was to write a kind of a Trojan program that could be placed on a server somewhere, sent via email, that would, once placed, either by request or automatically would send information from that server back to them. And that was done as a
Why?
learning skill for an
No.
IT person.
I don't believe that.
What did you think Chandler was doing as far as work?
That's not true.
I believed he was doing an internship at American Family.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Did you know of any more details as to what he was doing there or anything?
In talking with Bart, I believe it was something dealing with IT services. Nothing more beyond that.
Bacon, but this is for you.
No. It's bacon!
What, if anything, did you know about Chandler's potential concussion?
I was not aware of any concussion up until when I was speaking with him after Bart and Chris were found missing. He did bring that up as a point where he wasn't able to drive long distances or shouldn't be going out far, in his vehicle driving. But before their disappearance, I was not aware of any concussion.
Have you ever went scuba diving with your nephew, Chandler?
Yes.
How many times?
I'm a scuba instructor. I was able to talk my brother into having him and his two sons trained or certified in scuba diving. I think it was in September of 2019. They had come up to my house. I live in the outside of Appleton in the Hilbert area. They had done the online training. We did a pool session, and then we did an open water session. Actually, enough dives to get them certified as scuba divers.
So in two locations, in a lake or some body of water and in the pool.
Yes.
So 2 times.
Well, yeah, at the pool and open body of water. Yeah, and all within the same weekend.
Okay.
The most difficult scuba certifications test. Now, admittedly, I haven't gone scuba diving since I was in 6th grade. I got certified as a junior scuba diver, or junior cert, whatever it's called, in Okinawa. Which, by the way, that's where you should get certified. I mean, folks, you scuba dive everywhere, but I'm going to tell you this right now: I would much rather learn to scuba dive in the ocean than in a lake where I could find something I ain't wanting to find. So.
Did you and Chandler ever have discussions about police diving?
I believe at some holiday family get-together after he was certified, he had broached the topic of what it takes to become a public safety diver. At that time, we discussed back and forth that it usually happens if you're part of a law enforcement agency.
You're
or
honest.
potentially on a fire department that has a dive team.
Motivation to do
And
so.
those were usually the 2 main ways of getting on a dive team, and occasionally you'll find a civilian formed public safety dive team.
How would you know the information?
I'm currently on the Calumet County dive team. I was on the Winnebago County dive team when I was working for the Menasha Police Department.
The video is freezing. Could have a lot to do with my signal right now. Oh, it's a good thing that I'm gonna be here doing night court on Thursday too. Everybody, let me take a look and see what's going on. This is unfortunate. Not even loading. What is going on? That's a really good question. So it originates true crime and one time. However, Terry ended up having to help out a friend, and in order to, she was cooking for them and stuff, and she had kind of forgotten about it. So instead of not doing anything, we're going to do something, and we're going to do that in night court. So, night court 2. Yes, tons of reminders in Discord as well. Everything is freezing on me, and I know that it's not. I don't know what's happening. I'm afraid to go back. I'm leaving. Come back. Work the way it should.
Also, police station dive instructor, so I work with numerous dive teams.
And to your knowledge, was Chandler ever on a rescue dive team associated with any law enforcement?
No, he was not.
What about the DNR? Was he on anything to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Mr. Halderson, when was the last time you talked to your brother, Bart?
It would have been the morning of July 1st.
Is there any reason you remember that date?
All right, listen, if you can hear me, I'm going to try and start a new stream. I'm going to take one of the previously scheduled for... I'm going to take the one scheduled on Thursday and fix that to be now. Just follow me.